My wife has been lying to me for 3 years about her daughter. In 2019, I returned from the military after my wife had our third child. She had become friends with a wife and husband. We fought because she was spending most of the week at their house. The relationship between her and the husband didn't seem normal. I was moved again for 14 months, and when I got back home things were going a bit better after our fifth child. Then, I found a flash drive hidden in a box in my wife's cabinet. I found some normal pictures of the kids, vacations, holidays. Then, I found the nude photos and a text revealing my fourth kid wasn't mine, along with tons of secret meetups. It turned out my wife got drunk and had sex with my neighbor's husband, got pregnant in early 2021. My wife knew it was their daughter. I am still in disbelief that this is real. I feel like a joke. I feel disrespected for everything I've done for my family. It hurts when I look at my daughter, knowing she won't know and didn't ask for this. I just watched someone jump at a train station. It was my first day at college and I have to take a train to get home. Suddenly, somebody jumped in front of the train. I didn't understand what happened at first because I was on the other side, and that's just not something you expect to see. The smell was the most horrific thing I've ever smelled in my life. There was smoke coming from the body which was at the front of the train. Someone from my college saw the body and said it was completely mangled and open. I almost threw up. The paramedics told everyone to leave, and when I got to the other side I saw the person's head under the front of the train and a lot of blood, but not their body. I feel horrible. I had to give small statements to the police and then to my college. Me and few others who witnessed it sat together and spoke about it to try and calm ourselves down. I have to take this train to and from college, but now it's hard to even go back there. My husband got scammed out of $10,000. I am in tears as I write this. My husband was approached by a woman on Instagram who convinced him to invest in cryptocurrency. He took out a small personal loan, took a credit card advance, and cleared out most of our checking/savings account. I found out when I looked at our accounts after my debit card was declined at the store. I feel sick. I can't believe he did this behind my back. I can't believe he fell for a stupid scam and that he jeopardized our financial security and our relationship. I am in shock. I am so angry at him. I'm hurt. I'm afraid my marriage might be over. We had finally just started to save money again this year. I'm too embarrassed to call my family or friends right now. He's sleeping on the couch tonight, but I don't think I'll be getting much sleep anyway. Tomorrow, I may ask him to go stay at his brother's for a while. He said he was sorry, but I don't know if I can forgive him for this. I feel physically sick right now. I saw someone lose their life at the gym today. It was just a regular exercise after work for me at the local gym, when suddenly a man on the treadmill collapsed. Someone tried to revive him until the paramedics arrived. They worked on him for about 30 minutes to no avail. Afterwards, they put on some sort of a sheet over him, like they usually do on dead bodies. The whole gym was silent while this was unfolding. It's something that only hits hard when you see it happen in real life, right in front of you. It made me reflect on how fragile the human life is. The guy seemed to be in his late 40s, probably had a wife, kids, a job, goals, ambitions. He was thinking about what he was going to do after leaving the gym. Now he's just laying there, lifeless. I broke up with my boyfriend because I thought he stole from me. Oh my God, I screwed up. Badly. 3 months ago, I thought my boyfriend stole $846 from me, and I just found the money. The drawers I put it in had a small opening in the back that I didn't know about, and the envelope of money fell down there. The drawers broke, so I was taking it apart, and there it was. I have to apologize, but this is going to be so bad. I had told my friends and family about how I suspected he had stolen from me since he was the only one in my house that day. No one else had a key, and I haven't left that room or my house with the money. God, he lost mutual friends because of me. I ended a 2-year relationship over this. I just didn't believe him when he said he didn't take it. I hurt him for no reason and then I blocked him. An apology won't be enough. I'm going to contact him tomorrow and then I'll tell everyone else. Wow, I screwed up. My client was eaten by his dog. I work in the care industry and I go to people's private homes, and I had a morning shift for a client. I was knocking on the door with no answer, so I called my office for advice as this person needed to be seen and he had no key to get in. It was a male in his late 70s, and he lived with his dog and his wife, who was recently transmitted to a hospice. She was the one who usually let me in. The office told me to wait 30 more minutes as he might still be asleep. Still no answer. My office contacted his social services for advice. Emergency services were called. 15 minutes later, I enter the property with them only to find the man died in his chair from a heart attack and his dog, Bull Terrier, has eaten most of him. He did not care every day as he was quite independent, so we only attended twice a week. The man had been dead for the last 3 days without anyone there to check on him, and I am traumatized from what I have witnessed. I think I saved a girl last night. I'm a 33-year-old guy who went out with some coworkers last night. I had quite a bit to drink and was walking home at 2 a.m. My house is in a quiet part of town, despite being a college town, so my walk is usually simple and quiet. I saw 3 people standing outside a car in the courthouse parking lot. It was 2 guys with a much smaller girl. Her arms were crossed and she looked distressed. I kept walking and was going to just phone the police and watch from a distance. As I kept walking, I saw a 3rd guy standing under a tree, and he kept looking around, like he was keeping watch or something. Some frat guys on a corner house called out to me asking what was up. So I went over and described the situation. One of the brothers was even talking about bringing his gun with him in case something was up. So these 3 frat guys walk up to the situation. One of them starts walking the girl back after about a minute while the other 2 are talking with the creeps. I thanked the guy walking back and went home to talk to my wife about the whole thing. I was absolutely terrified of shots being fired. In the end, I'm just glad the girl got out of there. I plan on bringing a gift of sorts to the guys that helped. I'm divorcing my husband because of the gifts he gives me. I got married 3 years ago. In a rough patch, our marriage counselor told us that we needed ways to express our love, and he named things like gift giving. At first, he spoiled me with expensive jewelry and makeup that he knew I liked. One day, he bought me a necklace with his initial on it for me, and told me that if I didn't wear it, I didn't appreciate him since it cost a lot and had his initial on it. A few weeks later, he got me a back scratcher because I often scratch his back to comfort him, but said I couldn't every day because my arm got tired and my nail polish chipped off. Then came cookbooks, cooking appliances, and aprons so I can cook better. Earplugs I wouldn't have to tell him to turn his guitar down. Even a sewing machine so I could fix his clothes. I talked to him about it and yelled at me, telling me I should be grateful. He called me names, threw things, and stormed out. I've never seen him that mad, but I don't like what I see in the future of our marriage. I haven't stopped crying because I still have feelings for him, but when he gets back I know what I have to do. My sister destroyed my life. I am 32, and Amy has been my best friend since our first day of school. I have 2 sisters while she has 3 older brothers, so she used to love coming to our girly house and was like a part of the family. Amy has been with her boyfriend Tom for 8 years, and my family know him well. Last week, I was hosting a baby shower when Amy got a bad headache and decided to go home early. I tried calling her that night to see how she was but didn't get an answer. The next day, I found out that Amy had found Tom and my sister in bed together. I tried calling Amy, but she wouldn't answer. I called our mutual friend back, and she basically said Amy doesn't believe I didn't know. I was good at she would think that, but can understand her shock. My sister was also blocking me, so I went to my parents' house and found her crying and playing the victim. I got angry. I told her she was disgusting scum and that she was dead to me. My parents tried to meditate, saying she made a mistake, but she was my sister, but I told them I couldn't understand how she could betray Amy like that when Amy's been a part of her life since the day she was born. I don't know what to do. I'm a mother who is about to abandon her child. I am 26 and have plans to give up complete parental rights to my 2-year-old daughter to her father who is 35. I got pregnant when I was 22. We had only known each other 6 months prior to that. He denied the child was his and blocked me. I began the adoption process, but when he was contacted to sign, he blocked it and asked for a DNA test which confirmed it was his child. We moved in together for the remainder of the pregnancy, and he was verbally and physically abusive. You're going to be one of those mothers you see on the news to throw your baby off a bridge or drown her in a bathtub. When the child came, we lived separately, and I found out that he had been consulting with attorneys. After a terrible and traumatizing legal battle, I lost custody, and now only have supervised visitation due to fear of interference with father-daughter relationship. I'm exhausted, in debt, and I believe my daughter is being abused, but I can't help. I have proof of alienation because my daughter says things like, "Dad says you're bad and I don't want to talk to you," but it can't be used in court due to how the evidence was obtained. I feel forced to abandon my daughter just to be free.